Lock count, lock count, lock count, counting my locks. What's my lock number? Guess my lock number.
And it just made me so curious. Like, what's the big deal about the number of your locks? Like, I didn't think it was a big deal.
Now that I've had locks, I get it. I completely get it.
So, on the aesthetic level, we kind of just want to make sure that our locks have the look that we want. So, when we hear that somebody has a specific number and we like the look of their locks, we're thinking in our head that, oh, okay, their locks look great and they have this number of locks. So that means that when I get mine, my locks are going to look just like that or similar. And that's not necessarily the case. But I want you guys to know that there is a perfect lock number. You heard me right.
There is a perfect lock number.
And I want to help you figure out what yours is. So the first area that we need to look at is your lifestyle. What is it that takes up the majority of your time? What is your work schedule like? What is your family life like? All those different aspects really help to make up your lifestyle. Health is a big part of lifestyle. Physical activity is a big part of lifestyle. Social engagement. These areas solely make up lifestyle, and they all need to be considered when making a decision about locks. How does my lifestyle affect my lock number? Will I be so busy that I won't be able to stick to an interlocking schedule? Or do I just want to freeform and let my hair just, be? Because I don't care that much. So you have to really think about all these areas when considering your lock count. Your lifestyle makes up a big part of what your lock count should look like. The second area to consider is hair density. So how many hair strands do you have per square inch of your hair? Now, I know it's not something that we think about. We just see locks and we just like it and that's it. But we never think about, wow, how individualized do I need to be when I'm thinking about locks? And I think that's what hair density calls us to think about or consider, our hair density. Our hair density determines how full our locks look, how they lay, the way and manner in which they lay, how they blow or don't blow in the wind. Like, all of those things matter. Hair density matters when considering your locks. So if you know right now you may have loose natural hair and your hair is a little bit more on the thinner side or really, really thick, it will kind of give you an idea to align yourself more with those that have your hair density type to get a better or accurate picture of what your hair will look like. Finally, the last thing to consider when thinking about your lock count is your bag, honey. How much are you willing to pay to maintain your locks? So finances matter because some people may not be as comfortable with doing their hair as others, and because of that, they'll have to frequent a salon or a loctician to maintain their locks. And that's completely fine and totally understandable. Locks can kind of be a little intimidating at the start because your hair is doing so many different things and you're kind of trying to figure it out, and you kind of need a professional at times to kind of guide you through the process, calm your nerves, let you know that it's all normal and that at the end of the journey you're going to have beautiful locks. So think about your finances when considering locks. Some people are completely fine with just going the DIY route. They take pride in being able to say they started and they maintain their locks. That's me. I decided to go this route because I kind of felt like I've always groomed my own hair. Just on rare occasions would go to a salon. So I kind of felt like this was something that I could do myself once I had enough time and had enough effort or energy to maintain. But I felt like I could do it myself. So I'm a DIYer, but for those that are interested in, maintaining that monthly or quarterly schedule with a loctician, I definitely think that it's a good investment. Make sure you find somebody that you can trust and can truly do your hair with the best intention. And so in the midst of these 3 areas is where you'll find your perfect lock number. Realize that some locks require more maintenance than others. I would say around the sister lock and micro lock family definitely require more maintenance. Then there's like the traditional route, and depending on how small or how large your locks are, that can also determine the amount of time that you would spend on just getting it styled or retwisted or interlocked. It's totally up to you. And then there's the freeform route where you really don't have to worry too much about it. You kind of just freeform. So your lock count can make or break your journey, but I don't want you to obsess over the number. I just want you to carefully think about these areas and how it all fits in to the look that you want to have with your locks. Now, I had to be flexible with my lock number and my lock count, and I want you to keep that in mind, that your lock count is not permanent. It can change, and you can change it at any point in your journey. You can make your locks smaller, you can make your locks bigger. All these things are at your disposal. Don't feel like you have to be stuck in a box and this is the number that ends all and that's it. Sometimes you have to be flexible too. Life happens, and maybe you thought you couldn't maintain sister locks or micro locks, but guess what? Maybe you had a baby, or maybe there's an illness and you now have to focus your attention somewhere else. I started out with 126 locks, and I thought, for all cases and purposes, that I had the perfect number. It's divisible by 2, it's divisible by 3, so that means that I could do my twist outs and my braid outs no problem. There would not be like an extra lock just lingering and that I don't know what to do with, or trying to fit it into a twist, or yeah. I was so happy with my 126. But guess what? Postpartum came and snatched my edges, okay? And then I had to adapt to the fact that, hey, I need to combine locks in order to keep my edges, in order to maintain the foundation of my locks. So right now, I'm not gonna even do the whole theatrical lock count with you guys, okay? I have 105 locks. I moved from 126 to 105, and that was because, guess what? I had a lifestyle change. I had a baby, and things got shifted, and I had to be willing to adapt. So I want you to be open-minded about your lock count. Things will happen in life, and you have to be able to roll with the punches and know that ultimately it's not really about the lock count, but the journey along the way. You have a story, your hair will tell a story. And because of that, there is so much more to look forward to than just the number. So definitely be encouraged.
Consider those 3 areas when thinking about your lock number, and know that it's so much bigger than the lock count.
And there is a perfect number. Your perfect number is not a point, it is a range. Thank you all for watching. Let me know down below what your lock count is. And until next time, take care.